Welcome everyone in our geography 7th standard class. Today we are going to study lesson number 3rd, tides. In lesson number 3rd we are going to study various concepts like tides, high tides, low tides, then centrifugal force, gravitational force, and factors which are responsible for tides, occurrence of tides. These concepts we will cover in today's video. So can you tell, you have to observe pictures which is given on page number 9, 3.1a and 3.1b. Observe these pictures carefully and answer the questions. Do the above photographs show the same place or a different place? You have to answer. Observe and note the spread of water seen in both the photographs. Third question is, what is the natural event called? You will get answer in geographical explanation. Okay. So let's start geographical explanation. Both the photographs show the same place. If you stay near the coast for some time, you will realize that the seawater is sometimes very close to the coast and sometimes very far away from the coast. We call these movements of the seawater tides. Barring a few exceptions, all the coast on the earth experiences tides. High tide and low tides are natural phenomena. Let's try to understand the scientific reason behind these natural events. So what do you understand by this paragraph? These pictures are of coast. Okay, and if you will spend some time near the coast, you will understand that sometime water is coming towards the coast and sometime water is going away from the coast. This movement of water is called tides. Okay, you will get to see tides in almost in on all the oceans, on all the coast. Few exceptions are there that you will not get to see tides. So high tide and low tides are natural phenomena. It is not in humans hand to create tides. Okay, it is a natural phenomena like solar eclipses, like full moon day, new moon day, thunder, storm, rainfall. Like this, it is a tide is a natural phenomena. So we are going to understand the scientific reason behind this natural event, that is tide. So what is tides? Tides are movements of seawater. If one sentence question comes, what is tides, then what you will write? Tides are movements of seawater. When seawater moves, it is called tides. Tides are movements of seawater occurring daily and regularly. Means tides occurs daily and regular. The level of seawater changes after a specific period of time. Level of seawater changes after specific period of time. After every 12 hours and 25 minutes, a cycle of high tide and low tide gets completed. When this cycle get completed? After 12 hours and 25 minutes. Cycle means the thing which is happen again and again, it is called cycle. So cycle of high tide and low tide get completed after every 12 hours and 25 minutes. This regularly occurring event appears to be quite simple and natural. This tide phenomena is natural and simple phenomena, and it occurs regularly, and it is related to the sun, the moon and the earth, and gravitational force and centrifugal forces that interact between them. Centrifugal force and gravitational force interact between sun, moon and earth, hence tides occur. So what is the reason behind the tides, occurring of tides? A reason behind the occurring of tides is the sun, the moon, the earth, okay, and interaction between gravitational and centrifugal interaction between the sun, the moon and the earth. This is the reason behind the tides. For understanding centrifugal force, some activities are given in your textbook. Follow that activities. Try to do these activities. Centrifugal force is the force which acts away from the center. If any object is moving away from the center, it is called centrifugal force. And gravitational force, if the object is attracting towards the center, is called gravitational force. If the object is attracting towards the center, it is a gravitational force. If the object is going away from the center, it is called a centrifugal force. So centrifugal force and gravitational force, they act opposite to each other, and the centrifugal force and gravitational force between sun, moon and earth causes tides. So some activities are given in your textbook. Try these activities at your home. Keep a small stone or a chalk piece on your notebook and move the notebook from left to right with some force. So you have to take one chalk piece, you can take pen on your notebook and move that notebook from left to right and right to left. If you are getting confused how to do, then I will show you. So this is a notebook, you have to keep pen or a chalk stick on notebook and you have to roll this chalk or a pen from right to left and left to right, okay, in this way. This is a small activity. Take water in a small container which has a handle. See what happens if the container is whirled around with force. You have to take one jar. In that jar you have to take water and keep the handle in your hand and move that jar. Okay, how the water is whirling inside the jar, you will come to know. Next is observe a fan and a slingshot while they are moving. Fan, okay, upside you can see on the roof and you will get to see fan, how it is moving. And slingshot means farmer use this slingshot to for the birds which destroys the crops. Okay, so next is take half glass of water, slowly move the glass in one direction in a circular fashion. Observe what happens to the water. That water will, so you have to see the position of water when you are moving a glass of water in your hand. So observe what happens if you whirl a keyring around a finger. Keychain, you know, if you are having bicycle, that keychain you are having, and you have to put that keychain ring in your hand and move that keychain around your finger and see. These all are the examples of centrifugal force. Centrifugal force means when object goes away from the center, it is called centrifugal force, and when an object attract towards the center, it is called gravitational force. So here can you tell concept, can you tell is there. So on this basis of questions given below, discuss the result of the activities listed above. So if you will do this activity, you have to answer these questions. In which direction did the piece of chalk fall? The piece of chalk will not fall. It will go rather towards the right or to the left. Where did the water in the glass show a bulge? Two opposite direction of the glass, bulge will be seen. बल्ज मीन्स ऊपर आया हुआ वाटर दिखेगा आपको पानी के ग्लास के दोनों साइड पे, अपोजिट साइड पे. What effect did the movement have on the things attached to the keyring? If keys are there to the keyrings, these keys will try to go away from the center. Which forces could be operating in activities listed below? All these examples are of centrifugal force. In which activities did you find the centrifugal or a gravitational force was greater? Okay, when geographical explanation you will we will study, then you will understand all the answers of these questions. So geographical explanation we will see. In all the above activities, the effect of centrifugal force is visible. So all these activities was of centrifugal force, not of gravitational force. The centrifugal force acts in the direction opposite to the gravitational force. Means centrifugal force and gravitational force, they act opposite to each other. Centrifugal means going away from the center. Okay, page number 10, geographical explanation is there. You will when you will read lesson, underline these main concepts. What is centrifugal force? Centrifugal means going away from the center. You must have experienced it too. You have played with water, you have played with your kitchen, but that time you were not aware about the centrifugal force. I have observed when you are returning, when you are going towards to your home, you used to swing your tiffin boxes or water bottles. So that is centrifugal force only. At the local fairs, if you sit in Ferris wheel, you see it spins and leans outward away from the wheel. This is also an effect of centrifugal force. Anand Mela, at the time of Anand Mela, if you enjoy Ferris wheel, okay, that is also a centrifugal force. Okay, and you feel that you are leaning outward away from the wheel, so that is also a centrifugal force. So we are going to study about centrifugal force and gravitational force. Okay, due to its rotation, earth rotates, you know that earth rotates itself. So due to its rotation, the earth gets a type of power or a type of a force. This force works away from the center. What is this rotation? Due to rotation, earth is getting a power or a force, and due to that rotation, the force works away from the center, and it is a centrifugal force. It is called a centrifugal force. Due to this force, any object on the earth would be thrown into space. See how magic is there. Due to centrifugal force and due to rotation, it may happen that buildings or any object on the earth, it may be thrown in the space, but it doesn't happen. Why any object of the earth, it doesn't go in space due to centrifugal force? It is due to gravitational force. Gravitational force is working towards the center of the earth. At the same time, if we throw anything upside, it comes down due to the gravitational force. As the centrifugal force and gravitational force, they are working opposite to each other. Any object on the earth, it doesn't go to the space. Okay, so centrifugal force and gravitational force, they act opposite to each other. Hence any object on the surface of the earth remains at the place where it exists. Okay, do you understand why we are not throwing ourselves also, why we are not throwing in the space automatically? Due to centrifugal force, we are throwing in the space, but that gravitational force pulling it towards each other. Gravitational force is more than the centrifugal force. Power of gravitational force is more than the centrifugal force. Okay, so we are going to study about tides. Tides. The following the factors which are responsible for the occurrence of tides. Which factors are responsible for the occurrence of tides? The gravitational pull of the moon and the sun, as well as earth, is responsible for the occurrence of tides. Why tides occurs? Tides occurs due to the gravitational force in between sun, moon and earth. The reason behind the tide is, tide, what I said, tide means movement of water in the ocean. So this water moves due to the gravitational force in between sun, moon and earth. Okay, tides occurs due to the revolution of the earth around the sun and the indirect revolution of the moon around the sun. So you will get surprised that why tides occur. Tides occurs due to the revolution. Revolution means when earth goes around the sun, it is called a revolution. Okay, and moon goes around the earth, means automatically moon is moving around the sun also. Okay, these are the reasons due to which tides occurs. Revolution of the earth around the sun and the indirect revolution of the moon around the sun. Tides occurs due to centrifugal force generated due to the rotation of the earth. Okay, due to rotation of the earth, centrifugal force is generating, and tides are occurring due to the centrifugal force, earth's centrifugal force. So on page number 10, which factors are responsible for the tides are given. Okay, if such question is there, it is a very important concept. So which factors I said? Gravitational pull between moon, sun and earth is the reason for tides. Second, revolution of the earth around the sun and revolution of the moon around the sun. Okay, these are the reasons due to tides occur, and tides occur due to the centrifugal force. How centrifugal force is generated? Centrifugal force is generated due to the rotation of the earth. I am teaching you lesson number 2, tides, page number 11. We are going to study occurrence of tides. So observe figure 3.6, occurrence of tides. Okay, here beautiful figure is given. Observe that figure. You can draw that figure also. So the moon is closer to the earth than the sun. Which moon is closer, or sun is closer to the earth? Correct. Moon is closer to the earth than the sun. Hence the gravitational force becomes more effective than that of the sun. Which force, whose force will be more effective to the earth? Moon's force is more effective to the earth because moon is close to the earth. Tides occurs due to the relative position of the moon, the sun and the earth. Tides are occurring due to the position of sun, moon and earth. A place on the earth located at the opposite point of the place experience high tide or a low tide. Also experience high or a low tide respectively at the same time. I have taught you meridians. There are total 360 meridians. 180 meridians towards east and 180 meridians are towards west. So 0 degree meridian and 180 meridian are opposite to each other. If we divide these meridians into 4 parts, then 90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree, such type of meridians will come. So if 0 degree and 180 degree are opposite to each other, so 0 degree is Greenwich mean time, which is passing from London, and 180 meridian, it is passing from Pacific Ocean. These two meridians are opposite to each other. When tides occur, either it is a low tide or a high tide. Okay, two opposite meridian will have same type of tide. If 0 will have a high tide, then 180 degree also have high tide. If 0 will have 0 degree meridian will have low tide, then 180 degree meridian also have low tide. So when there is a high tide at 0 degree meridian, which is a GMT, the 180 meridian also experiences high tide. Try to understand, two opposite meridian will have same tide, either it is a high tide or a low tide. The meridians that are at right angles to those having high tide will experience low tide at the same time. If we are talking about 0 degree, which meridian will be in a right angle to the 0 degree? 90 degree meridian will be the right in the right angle to the 0 degree. So if on 0 degree low tide will be there, 90 degree will have high tide. 90 degree east also will have high tide, and 90 degree west also have high tide. What I am saying, if 0 degree will have high tide, 180 degree also will have high tide, and 90 degree east and 90 degree west longitudes will have low tide. Okay, two opposite meridians will have same tide. Okay, and the meridian which is perpendicular or which is at the right angle to the 90 degree or 180 degree will have low tide. The meridians that are at right angles to those having high tide will experience low tide at the same time. If it is high tide at 0 degree and 180 meridian, then at which meridian will low tide occur? To 90 degree east or 90 degree east and 90 degree west will have low tide. If 0 degree and 180 degree meridian will have high tide, then 90 degree east and 90 degree west will have low tide. Think about it. One question is given here. Large rockets are used to go into the space away from the earth. Which force do they act against? So rockets used high amount of fuel in that, and they reach to the space. So against which force they are acting? So they are acting against the gravitational force, because what is earth's quality, that whatever we throw upwards it comes down, but rocket doesn't comes down because it has a high amount of energy, fuel. Okay, so its technique is different, and the technique is against the gravitational force. we are going to study types of tides. Page number 11. As the time of the tides varies every day, varies means changes every day. Timings of tide is not same every day, it changes every day. The range of the tide also keeps on changing. Range means high range or low range also changes. Generally, the highest high tides occurs on full moon day and new moon days. Highest high, the very high tide occur on full moon day and new moon day, whereas on the first and third quarter day the high tide is at minimum. Okay, so the spring tides and the neap tides are the two types of tides, spring tide and neap tide. So we are going to study in detail about spring tide and neap tide. Okay, what is spring tide? On new moon and full moon days, the gravitational pull of the sun and the moon act in the same direction. Okay, on full moon day and new moon day, gravitational pull is same. Okay, gravitational pull is same in between sun, moon. Okay, the gravitational pull of the sun and the moon act in the same direction. Due to this, the total pull increases. Means towards one direction only gravitational pull is there. You can see 3.7 figure, then you will understand. Towards one direction only. Okay, on full moon day and new moon day, how is the sun? How is the position of sun, moon, and earth? Okay, you can get to see on 3.7 figure spring tide. So gravitational pull increases towards one direction only, and due to this the total pull increases. Hence the tide on these days is much higher than the average high tides. Spring tides are much higher than the average high tides, and such tide, when the tides are much higher than the average high tides, it is called spring tide. At 3.7 you can see, as the bulge at the high tide is greater, the water at low tide recedes much more. The water level during spring tide is higher than the average high tides and lower than the average low. In short, what is spring tide? Spring tide is the highest tide, and these highest tides occur on full moon day and new moon day, and the lowest tide occurs on quarter days, first quarter and on quarter days. Dear students, for understanding neap tide, you have to observe 3.8 figure, that is neap tide. Page number 12, neap tide figure is given. Here sun, earth and moon are shown. So if you will understand this figure, you will understand the concept neap tide. So while revolving around the earth, the moon makes right angle with respect to the earth and sun. Moon revolves around the earth, and while revolving around the earth, moon is making a right angle with earth and sun. Moon is making right angle with earth and sun. Twice a month, two times moon makes right angle with sun and earth. This position occurs on the first and third quarter. On first quarter day and third quarter day, moon makes right angle with sun and earth. On both these days, the forces of both sun and the moon operate at right angles on the earth. So how are the forces? Forces are acting at the right angle. At the places where the sun causes high tide, the gravitational pull of the moon, which is at right angle, also acts on the sea water. So moon also having gravitational pull and sun also having gravitational pull. Due to such condition, the water rise is less. Water doesn't rise more. Water rise is less than the usual at the time of high tide. Less rising of water is there. Similarly, fall in water level is less than the usual at the time of low tide. Means water doesn't goes high much and water doesn't goes low much. So this is because the attraction of the sun and the moon are not complementary. Attraction between the sun and moon is not complementary, but it is right angles. to each other. Such tides are called nip tides. Nip tides are little lower than the average high tides and a little higher than the average low tides. Low tides से थोड़ा ज़्यादा और high tides से थोड़ा कम. Nip tides are a little lower than the average high tide and a little higher than the average low tides. So definitions are given. You should underline these definitions of nip tide and high tide. Draw this nip tide diagram. So sun, moon and earth, they are in right angle. Okay, and gravitational pull of sun and moon is same. Hence water doesn't go high and water doesn't go much low. So such type of tide is called nip tide. So students, we are going to study about intertidal range, effects of tides, timings of tides, change daily, waves, about structure of waves. Okay, so in next video, till that, take care, read lesson. Okay, first listen video carefully and then 2 times read lesson and then again watch video, means your 99% concepts will be cleared. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye students.